One of my favorite Silent Hill designs is the nurse. She's very detailed but also simple, and her face draws out a lot of tension. One of my other favorite nurse designs is Miku Loveward. So at the time, it only made sense to try to fuse them together. My goal when drawing was to create a good fusion of Miku Nurse and, well, the nurse from Silent Hill. But I began to get bored with the idea. I mean, it was fun at first, but then I was like, okay, I'm not having fun with this idea, it's getting boring. I gave it one last try, and I was like, I still don't like it. So I put a pin in it and took a break. That's when it hit me. Instead of drawing Miku Loveward as the Silent Hill nurse, I can try to make her own character, a Silent Hill Miku. So I created my mood board and I was ready to go on starting the design. I wanted to incorporate as much as medical stuff as possible without making her overloaded with everything. But I was gonna put everything together, I was gonna make it okay. After that sketch, I did a redesign and tried my best to, see how she would look with everything. I was not happy, but I can definitely see how I can improve on it. I didn't like her hair, it kind of looked like one of those bushy monsters from those kid shows. I created a dark version and a lighter version because I like creating different versions. Personally, I love the darker versions when it comes to design sometimes, well, most of the times. Like for this figure, for example, I love the dark version. It brings out the red and purple and blue compared to the white version. Sadly, for this version, the white turned out to look more better without mudding out everything else. I also made her torso the resting spot for the eyes, so when her thing pops out, you'll be looking there, since everything else in design is just, it has a lot of stuff going on. I'm just gonna leave it simple as that. Moving on to the silhouette. I wanted her to be scary but friendly, so that's why I added those square shapes as well as those triangular shapes to draw you in, but also kind of be like, should I be afraid of this or not? Also, I wanted to weigh her down to really show the weight and responsibility that these nurses and doctors have to go through every single day with their job helping people and dealing with all the different stuff that come with it, whether it's them getting hurt or their patients, which is very hard to deal with. So yeah, after choosing which design I would go forward with, I decided to do a little sketch to focus on the silhouette and see how it would look all together. Also, I wanted to try to envision how the stomach would work. After coming up with the design, I decided to have some goals set in mind. My first rule was to make Miku still look like Miku. There's a lot of designs that stay safe and plain to make it look like Miku, but it's boring. Other designs go all out, but it does not look like Miku. Second rule was to make her easy to read and not too overcomplicated to where you don't know what's going on or what she's even about. I want to be able to show what she's about, but also tell more. My third rule was to make maximalism work. Adding a bunch of details and all that stuff onto one character can get kind of confusing, becoming oversaturated. My last rule was to have fun because I can easily fall into the rabbit hole of trying to perfect something when I was supposed to have fun the whole time. So as soon as I see that I'm not having fun, I'm going to have to reassess everything. Before we get to the next part of the video, don't worry, it's not a sponsor. I just want to say, if you like my videos and the content I make, you can support this channel by subscribing. I will be very thankful for that. Now let's get to the next part of the video. The main sections that needed a lot of tweaking were the hair, her arm, and the blood bags. I wanted to see the different colors and see how they worked with each other or against each other. Out of these three, I did not like the red one. I felt like it just drew too much attention from the hair and mainly focused on the blood bag, so I took that one out first. After looking at the background and how they worked, I was like, yeah, no, this red one has to go. It's taking too much attention. It's just, I don't like it. So after taking that one out, I zoned in on these two. While the orange was very cool and kind of gave the gross feeling that I wanted, it just didn't work for the kind of design I was going for. I wanted to be noticeable that it was inspired by hospital supplies and stuff like that. I struggled with these two, so I decided to redraw them in full design to see how they would look and if it matched the thing I was going for. This one matched more than the orange one, which is kind of sad because I kind of liked how it looked, but this one matched more and it gave the feel I was going for. It also makes the red pop out more, and I had a lot of fun doing this outfit. Now that the arms and the IV bag were out the way, I wanted to focus on her hair. It did not look like how I wanted it to, so I focused on her hair and how she would look without any bandages on, and that's how I came up with the eye design. You know, when you go to your optometrist and they do the eye thing, checking your iris or whatever, that's what I did there. So when she takes her bandages off, that's what's there, and I thought it was pretty cool. I also took away like the zip line mouth thing. I didn't like how that looked. So far, she was looking very radioactive, and that was good. I just need to tweak it out some more. So I finished another drawing, and I decided to take things out, as you can see, and put some new stuff in. So one of the first things I decided to change, oh wait, sorry. The first thing I fixed was the hair. It looks way better now, and it still kind of gives the, X-ray look, but not really. I wanted to fix more on that. But I did change her box. The huge box on her head, the gigantic box, I took it out and I gave her a more sleeker design, which is really cool because my idea is that when the heart rate goes up over, the normal rate, she will find you. And you don't want her to find you because she's radioactive. After drawing this, I came to a pause. I had to double check I was following all my rules that I set out, and I wasn't following one of them. I was not happy with how it was turning out. Yes, I know, it's crazy. So, yeah, I was not having fun. And that was the main point, the main focus, to have fun, and I was just not obeying that rule. I was too focused. I took it too serious. You know what time it is? It's time to reassess, try to figure out how to make this work, and still have fun. Hello there. Don't skip yet. I'm here to remind you to have fun while drawing. If all artists in the world were serious all the time, we wouldn't be able to have the goofy goobers. Wait, before you go, I have a joke. A joke. What do you call an artist that never burns? So, art block hit me, and it hit me hard. I was not having fun drawing this, but I wanted to be disciplined. I was not going to give up like before. I had to draw this character, Miku, I created, and forced myself to make all of this items, outfits, work cohesively together. Anyways, yeah, I was not having fun. I tried to draw her again, and it was just not it. As you can see, I was not happy with how she was looking. She looked cute, but it just wasn't as clean, and it just wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. So I decided to take a break, but still try to work on her or not forget about her and move on. I liked the sketch though. I liked how the ideas worked together. They look like they work together and they're not clashing, at least too much for me. decided to give myself a chance, giving myself a break, and just, not putting it off, but just like, I'm gonna get back to that. Because the more I pushed myself, the more I was not having fun. But I also want to be disciplined. So it was like it was a conflict. It was like happiness or discipline. So I immediately got back to drawing her again. And this is the last time I'm drawing her. I dragged my hand across the screen and started my last drawing of Hatsunemiku as a Silent Hill character. Through this journey, I learned a lot about, character designs, what work, what doesn't, and also, how to improve in my art. So at first I started drawing random stuff because I had art block, obviously. So I was like, I'm just gonna draw like a bunch of stuff because I need to see it started. My way to fight art block is to just start drawing. Just start drawing anything. Like, don't even try to focus on what you're doing, just start drawing. Eventually, after just drawing random stuff, I came up with a decent design for the final sketch of Hatsunemiku. I will say, I like the pose. I was struggling with the pose because I was like, how do I explain her character with the pose? The pose is always like one of the most important parts about how they move, how they present themselves and everything. So I was like, okay, I have to do a good job at this. I came up with that pose and I was like, okay, she kind of gives like cute, but her shoes, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. She kind of gives this cute, lolly-dolly, frolicking through the daisies, kind of vibe, while also giving this, I should probably stay away from this person kind of vibe as well. I started coloring in my flats and everything, and I was like, okay, it's not too bad, but I had to remember I could not go back into that self-doubt. I had to focus on this design. No more of that. I just focused straight on making her. I had fun coloring her in. It was so much fun. I like how I finally did the hair and everything. And I was like, okay, this is good. I got something down. I got a pose. I have the colors down. I am ready to finish this up. And I did. I finished the drawing. So this is the result. This is her with the IV bags on her IV sleeve bags that I made. I took away the remote thing, and I also forgot to put her name tag on the right side. This is her without the IV bags. Look at that. Adorable. She's so cute. I actually can't tell. Oh, ooh, shoot. Sorry, I'm talking. Okay, I had to let her have her moment. My bad. I liked how it turned out, but because I was like zooming in so much, the pixels kind of like blurred, so her face is not really detailed, but it's alright. It's alright. I liked her version without the IV bags a little bit more than with the IV bags. I think it's because I like how her hands and arms, like, they don't mud out under her hair. Here, I had a black version. I had to do a black version. I love dark versions. I mean, it turned out decent with the dark version here. I don't know. I can't pick I don't know. I can't pick which one I like the most. I feel like the black version just makes her torso disappear in the environment, and I kind of didn't want that. So that's why I think I like the white more. Yes, yes. And I like that I add the blue stitch to her tummy for when her tummy opens and, inevitably eats you. I did not feel like I finished, but I was done for this project. Even though I had my ups and downs, I'm very happy that I pushed myself to continue with this project, and that she kind of looks like Miku, in my opinion. I'm still happy with the result. But that is it for this video. Stay tuned for the next idea I have. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something. Thank you for watching the video. Bye!